We're going to move on to our entree. First and foremost, got 2 pots of water on here with about a ½ gallon each, which is how many quarts, Reba? I'm putting my kids on the spot. Okay, I gave specific instructions about the asparagus. This is what you get at the store. This is how you buy it. We consider this one bunch, quote-unquote bunch. These bottom bits seems wasteful, but we are going to throw those away. Obviously, if you're not familiar with asparagus, these tips are the best part. That's what you want to eat. These bottom ones are a bit bitter and they're stringy. So, goes in the trash. What I've done at the restaurant, you can take those bits and actually make an asparagus soup out of it. Make a stock, boil it. But, you know, for this taste purposes, we're not going to do that. Got our asparagus rocking on the potatoes. 1½ inch cuts approximately. Leave the skins on. A lot of people think that skins are bad. Most people don't know that 80% of the nutritional value in a potato is in the skin. I personally, we do these as a special item at the restaurant on weekends, and the locals, the people that know, they hear that we've got 3 cheese mashers and they just go completely nuts. No extra charge, same as a baked potato. When you throw 3 kinds of cheese, some butter, some cream, and anything that's going to be good. So these are going to go just till they're fork tender. This water is slightly salted. This other pan here, if you're wondering, is going to be for our asparagus that we're going to cook here shortly. That's going to be a quick one, so we're going to wait just a little bit till the pork is approaching doneness. Okay. Next, we can actually, we're kind of playing a waiting game at this point. I want to go ahead and start to put this dessert together. 3 tablespoons of butter, Reba, please. I don't think I got that. This dessert is going to rock your world. I would say it's low fat, calorie free, but it definitely is not. For it, all you're going to need is a simple pie plate. You can purchase this 5 to 10 at a time, anywhere for pennies. We've got our cream cheese, we've got our peanut butter, we've got 18 Oreo cookies, which I've already buzzed up just for time purposes. Thank you, Katie. And what else are we going to need here? I'm not going to lie, I got this recipe. Okay, when Rob approached me with this challenge, the idea in the very, very beginning, the works were coming together. I was thinking, he said something simple. I was thinking cheesecake, no bake, easy. Everyone can make it. There's no problem. And over Christmas time, my sister-in-law actually had this specific no-bake cheesecake for us to eat in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Go Cowboys, I guess. It's really simple. We're going to make the crust from scratch, which is really cool. Do not be intimidated. Butter, please. Okay. Butter is on the way. We're going to take 3 tablespoons of butter and literally combine it physically with our hands with the Oreo. I'm going to glove up because technically this will be cooked, but it's just going to be messy. So just whole butter. If you want to use margarine, that's great, but I'm not going to tell you how I feel about margarine because it won't be possible. Margarine is evil. I'm not representing any company, so I can say that. Just use butter, people. Just use butter. People think butter is the enemy. It's not. Just don't eat it every single meal. So I don't know if you can see this here. I believe in the instructions, I called this a chocolate snowball. That's what it will literally become. Reba, could you turn the burner down just a touch, please? I'm getting some help from my students here at Flint Hills Technical College. These two standing here will be graduating in May. God willing. They are a huge help, and they're going to be rich and famous someday, I can tell. You don't need to grease this pan, just because with all this butter in here. It's going to be fine. We're going to bake this at 350 for 8 minutes. And I've made this a number of times, and 8 minutes is actually perfect. Well, that was it. That was the chocolate snowball. And you're literally just going to punch this to the bottom. You're looking for smooth, even thickness. Very simple. If you wanted to purchase a pre-made crust, that would be fine, but it just wouldn't be near as cool. If you're trying to impress your significant other, if this isn't going to do it, I think you're just a lost cause. You're hopeless. It's going to be great, though. And again, this is something you can do together. It doesn't have to be one person cooking for the other. I would think to make it a group effort would be pretty awesome. It's a learning experience for everybody. We're going to call that good. Maybe we can count to 8 minutes, please. Thank you. Okay, now for the filling. Very simple. We've got cream cheese, ½ pound. Just one of the packets that you buy, 8 ounces. You don't have to start looking at numbers and stuff. Quarter cup of brown sugar. Cool Whip. This is actual Cool Whip, but like I said, on the instructions you can use any kind. It's all the same. So simple. So easy. 1 cup of peanut butter, crunchy or smooth, whatever you prefer. And I'll probably glove up and get dirty with this again, just because it's a little easier, but if you're afraid, this takes a little bit longer to use a rubber spatula or even a wooden spoon is fine. So we got our whipped cream, our peanut butter, and our sugar. Very, very simple. And we want to get this smooth. The cream cheese, I recommend setting that out in advance. Room temperature for an hour or two maybe before you get this cooking going. Makes it a little bit easier. This one's been sitting out since this morning. And if you like peanut butter, and you like Oreos, I mean, who doesn't? This is going to be it. I mean, this is going to be your new addiction. That is serious. Again, I want to say thank you to Sarah Priest for providing me with this recipe. If you wanted to fudge it a little bit, you know, maybe add more peanut butter and less cream cheese, that would be fine. One thing about recipes, I've told these students many a time, anyone can write a recipe. Any idiot can write a recipe. It doesn't, just because it's published in a book doesn't mean it's any good. And recipes are merely guidelines. You can always hold your artistic license and tweak it and play with it and have fun. And that's how you learn. That's how chefs come up with new ideas.